everybody, welcome back to Is This a Ghost? And it usually is. My name's Clayton Smith, and every week I tell a real ghost story from real history to my real friend Patrick Dean, who doesn't take it real seriously.
But who is real loose this week.
Feeling good, huh?
Real loose.
Real loose. Real loose.
Real loose.
As the listener flies, I, Clayton Smith, have moved into a new house in a different state, and I'm probably missing all my stuff.
What day does this come out?
This comes out, this has got it, well, actually, this probably comes out July. This is July.
Let's see how my life is different.
I'm probably fine by now.
Right. Like,
I probably found my stuff.
medically? Oh, yeah.
Oh, medically, no. No. Gotta get a new primary now because I'm moving to Virginia.
I'm probably on vacation when this comes out. Probably. So I'm probably listening to this
July 1st?
on the beach. Oh, July 1st?
Yeah. No, sorry, July 3rd.
Yeah, definitely on the beach.
On the beach? Which beach?
Definitely on the beach. I'm not going to tell you what beach.
Just tell us all what beach.
No, I'll
We're not going to show up there like a bunch of weirdos.
I know you. I'll whisper it.
Okay.
No.
It's Table Rock, isn't it? You're going to Table Rock.
It absolutely is. It's more of a rock beach than anything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cinder blocks, more than you'd expect. Some retaining stones mixed in.
We just went to the beach at Table Rock this weekend, and it's called Moonshine Beach, which I thought is it's a very endearing name for a beach.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to bring alcohol to Moonshine Beach?
No, you are not. Ironically, you are not.
Kind of a big shit right there. Kind of a big shit.
Yeah, and you can try to sneak it in, but it's run by the Army Corps of Engineers, and they're not messing around. So...
You would think that the engineering side of that would be a little more, nerdy, but no. M16s all the way around. It's weird.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
It's hard to put them into the little pocket protector up on the shirt, but they figure it out.
A way. Life finds a way, man. Very impressive. Oh man. So I guess I probably found all my stuff by now. So it's July. It's a good hey, by the way, July I may be in July 3rd. I may be over already, but I'm playing Codenames, the Summer Bash again, which is a big tournament, Codenames tournament.
No way.
Yeah,
That's great.
So I'm playing with my friend Noah Hawthorne, who you know, our old golfing buddy Noah.
Absolutely.
He is I've been on Codenames maybe half a dozen times at this point. And Noah is the first person who's ever reached out to me to ask if he could be on my team to play Codenames.
Okay, so you've basically churned through all of your friends.
Oh yes. Yeah. The only other person who I think would want to play that I could ask is Aaron, except bedtime always makes it very difficult because one of us has to put these kids to bed while the other one has drinks and plays Codenames. But yeah, so Noah and I are doing. So we're playing. I know July 1st is our first game, and then if we win that one, we're going to keep on playing. So I don't know. Check your local listings, everybody. Check your internet listings. Maybe doing some Codenames this week.
That's great. Is Tatiana gonna be on there again, or do you know? Or
you know what? Actually, so funny story about that. Last time I was on, we asked that question, and I think she's not coming back because she did come back a second time because as you know, once you're on, you're invited to come back.
Absolutely. Anytime.
You have just declined the invitation, but not everyone does. Apparently she did come back, and during the show, people were just asking her like, hey, what's going on with She-Hulk?
Right.
And she's like, just, between you and me, she's like, just between us, like, I don't think it's going to have a second season. And apparently there was some sort of reporter, I guess, in Codenames because the next morning news broke on the internet that on internet game show Codenames, Tatiana Maslany broke the news there would be no season 2 of She-Hulk. And that became something of an issue for her and her publicist, and so I don't think she's coming. Tim doesn't seem very convinced that she's coming back. But I looked today before because they play on Monday nights, and as we're recording, they're playing right now, or they probably just wrapped up. And you know who's playing tonight is Donny.
Really?
Donny's
from Orphan Black? Really?
From Orphan Black? Yes, indeed. Huh. He's playing tonight. So he's no Tat, but he's pretty close.
So I don't remember which Marvel hero was Donny from Orphan Black again. I don't remember.
Getting your universes mixed up, I think, again, Pat. I think it's if Donny were going to be a superhero in the Marvel universe,
yes,
Marvel Cinematic Universe, from Orphan Black, if that were to be absorbed into, what would Donny would be? Gosh, that's tough.
Yeah. I'm thinking
He
just
could
Shield
be.
Agent.
He would
just
be
Shield
old
Agent.
Shazam.
Old
Like
Shazam.
there's an old Shazam. There's a Alex Ross did Kingdom Come little mini
Mhm.
series where all the superheroes are like super old.
Right.
Now Shazam goes under the mind control, if I remember correctly, of someone, and he's really old and just kind of like put on a few pounds.
Hmm.
But, Shazam's always a little lighthearted anyway. I think
Yeah.
he could be old Shazam.
Okay.
Could be fun. Yeah, I think Expendable Shield Agent is probably
Yeah.
that's probably Donnie's bag.
Shield Agent that dies in the credits. That's pretty
Yeah.
much going to be Donnie.
He
right
gets some lines with Nick Fury for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
he's
it's mostly like, here's your coffee, Mr. Fury.
yeah, yeah,
That kind of
yeah.
stuff.
A lot of spills,
Yeah.
I think, and then
he falls down the stairs and tragically dies.
yeah, and you think he's
And-
dead, but then yeah, the I think he's not going to be in the post credits. In the mid credits scene,
Yeah.
he pops up again and he's fine,
Yeah.
but
And he still
then
has the
he's
coffee,
killed.
which is
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, but then his head gets blown off like a scroll or something. Yeah, I think that's most likely.
Okay. Well, good
Asked
for him.
and answered. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And so hopefully he doesn't like mention that during the episode because he's gonna-
or else it's over for
Oh,
him.
Jesus
It's over
Christ,
for
Tim's
him.
Tim's gonna get taken off the internet.
Poor Tat. I should
Uh,
message her and see how she's doing.
You should. You should
Yeah.
absolutely should. Yeah.
Best friends.
Are you gonna be living near her now? I don't
I
know.
will be. I don't know where she's living. I mean, she's definitely in. She splits time. I think
Right.
she's Canadian,
Yeah.
so I won't be. I don't know. I'll be further. I think
It's fair.
I go south,
It's fair.
and I'm not going to Google it to find out because we don't
Yeah.
have that kind of relationship. And she's already stopped responding to me, and I don't want to. I don't want to receive any official legal mail or anything. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let that go. Oh boy. Yes. Here's how little beer I drink these days. Look at this. Look what I got. Look what I found.
Pumpkin ale?
Guess when that's from? Uh-huh. Woo. Boy, it is not the season for that, I'll tell you.
Pretty rotten.
Oh.
It is the season for some good old America ale.
American lager.
Good old America ale right there.
Missouriest can I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my goodness. That one and like the camouflage bush can.
Yep.
Those are, God, I gotta find those again. Those are pretty outstanding.
Really complete your summer.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, in the last week or so, gosh,
Yeah.
when things are crazy. Moved to Virginia like 3 days ago. Wow.
How and how is Virginia? Are you you guys like
They've got Aldi pumpkin ale here, so it's going fine, I guess. Oh man, Virginia's great. I love it here now. It's
Good.
it's good.
Good and cool.
It's good, cool. I'm recording on the Eastern time zone now.
Oh, okay. So
pretty
so, like,
sleepy.
does Jeremy have to do like a 1 hour adjustment on the audio?
Yeah, he's
now?
got a yeah. It runs. I still start at 8:30, but now at 8:30 my time, so
Right.
it just runs for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do go in and just talk to the microphone for in and out throughout that first hour, just to keep Jeremy on his toes, so he never really knows exactly where it starts. And that's a fun game that he loves.
Yeah.
That we love doing together.
It's like watching the original Parent Trap, and like the girl plays both of the twins. It's like a really bad job of acting with herself in some of the scenes. It's pretty much that.
Yeah,
But about ghosts.
yeah. I do a really great Patrick impression. You should hear it sometime. How long is this episode going to be? What?
We found a new way to torment Stella tonight. I was very excited. She was
Okay.
she was telling the story at dinner, and she was trying to describe something that the cat was doing, and she said she referred to Lewis as the cat Lewis, and then she continued talking. I said, I'm sorry. Are there other Lewises in the house that you need to differentiate? Well, no, I was, and that was kind of the end of it. So now, for the entire evening, everyone in the house has been referred to by their, noun essentially,
Sure.
and then their
Mhm.
name. So
Okay.
the wife Amy, the
Mhm.
dad Patrick, the cat Lewis, the cat Vince.
Well, it's good. It's good to be super clear and very
Absolutely, yeah.
specific, just in case. Just in
Really,
case.
no.
That's fun. I wonder in what kind of ways that that trauma is going to manifest itself in Stella as she grows older. You know, that's cool.
Hopefully after she's off my insurance. That's really all I care about.
Still, she's like 25 now, right?
She'll have a job before that. She's like the most go-getter kid in the entire world. So she'll have a job when she's like 15 and a half, I'm sure, with benefits.
She will have a job by the time she's 15 and a half, where she'll be out of this house.
She'll be splitting time between like geometry and like an entry-level accounting job. Like nothing too big, right?
No, certainly not.
Just enough, to have benefits and 3 weeks of vacation a year. She negotiated for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, she has more than you do now, and actually, she's going to be going along on the Assistant Ghost beach trip. I can't wait. This beer is not very good.
Yeah, some of them aren't.
I think I might not finish that.
Unfortunately, not much you can do about that.
That's true, and I don't really have many options. Oh gosh, but we do have a whole story to get through, so let's get started because I don't know how long this is going to take. So in case you missed last week for some reason, which is a huge mistake, first of all, never skip a week, because actually if you listen to all these in order, they tell a big story.
They really do.
They all connect.
Yeah, since the beginning of time, like we're at, what are we at, like 1953, something like that?
Sure.
So if you give up now, which I wouldn't recommend, you won't know. I won't know what goes on after 1953. It's like dropping out of high school in like junior year.
Yeah, and I can tell you, we're coming up on the moon landing in the not too distant future, and those ghosts, oh my god.
Exactly. Drop out in senior year. It's all stupid after like 1990.
It goes really downhill very quickly. Anyway, do you want to hear a ghost story?
Love to.
This one, I've been so busy. This is where I started. If you weren't here last week, as I said 15 minutes ago, I've been so busy. I have not done research on this podcast for a while now. And tonight's story comes to us from our social media manager, Kai Valonis. So thank you so much, Kai. And I will tell you, I'll remind you, Patrick and everybody, last time Kai did a story for us, it was the Sawney Bean incest cannibal story.
God.
So, Kai goes hard. So I don't know what this is. I haven't read it yet. Haven't even skimmed it. No idea what I'm about to read, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Jesus, please don't be the same thing.
Well, let's find out. You ready?
Dong. Yes.
In the late 1770s, the area below what is now Chattanooga, Tennessee, was being overtaken by westward expansion, but it was already occupied, of course, by the Cherokee people. Now, I don't know if you know about American history. We don't have a background of really caring about about people who are living here already.
Oil and water, really.
Yeah. Believing that the lands comprising much of present-day Kentucky and Tennessee would soon be under British control, Daniel Boone rolls into town, and he advises North Carolina land speculator Richard Henderson that the Cherokee could be interested in selling some of their land holdings.
Sure. Yeah.
Of course.
Why wouldn't they?
Daniel Boone, Missouri here. Oh, it's getting loose. Oh, it's the late show. Patrick's now. Are you holding the microphone now?
No, it keeps falling down. I keep tightening it, like uncomfortably tight, and it keeps falling down. So I'm pretty sure it's going to snap off at some point.
That microphone is drunk,
which is fine. Okay. And what would the entire Cherokee Nation want to take as payment for 2 fucking states worth of land?
Oh gosh, maybe some Kleenex, because they're about to go on the Trail of Tears, my friend.
Not great for them.
Was it a good joke though? Let's see. So between March 14th and 17th of 1775, Daniel Boone and this Richard Henderson fellow and some others negotiated with Cherokee leaders at Sycamore Shoals of the Watauga River at Elizabethton, Tennessee. The Cherokee were indeed persuaded at the Treaty of Sycamore Shoals to sell an enormous tract of land. Wow. And Kai's got a number here. You want to guess how much land they were tricked into selling? How many acres?
5.
Okay. More than that. 20 million acres.
That seems like a lot.
It is a lot. It included all of what is now the state of Kentucky and present-day Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
That's a lot of land.
Yeah.
Now, the treaty was disavowed by some of the chiefs, which sure were like, hey, hold on a second.
I missed one email, and this is really what happens. This is not cool.
I had my out of office message up. You knew I was going to be away for 2 more days. One of those who disagreed with the entire ordeal and knew that his people had been cheated in the negotiations was, oh boy.
Oh, please. Straight out. Please. No.
Chickamauga.
Ooh.
Is what I'm going to say.
with an eyebrow raise and everything. Yeah, I said that. Sure.
Chickamauga Cherokee war chief named Dragging Canoe. Kai has some asterisks here. Let's see if they show up somewhere.
Dragging Canoe.
We usually don't do footnotes here, Kai, because it kind of breaks up the flow a little bit. Let's see. Oh, the Chickamauga.
Right.
Not that's one. Lower Cherokee.
Right.
And then the other note here is Dragon Canoe. There's another name here that is even more impossible. Sayu Gansini.
Right.
I
remember.
Yeah. Known as Dragon Canoe. He earned his name as a child by hiding a canoe to join a war party against his father's wishes. His father, whose name is definitely Ata Kula Kula, discovered him and said moving it to the river by himself was the only way he could go with them. So he did indeed successfully drag the canoe over the sand. And he became Dragging Canoe.
As a devout, unabashed Moana lover, I must say, this guy is my favorite character we've ever portrayed in its entirety.
Okay. Now, Moana is that's a different kind of part of the world.
Right, yeah.
This is Tennessee, and that's kind of Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know either of these people. So it's all the same thing to me.
Okay, so during the negotiations, Dragging Canoe was furious, and he cursed the land during the illegal Treaty of Sycamore Shoals.
Woo.
He vowed that no one would be able to live on the land as it would become, quote, a dark and bloody ground, thereby dooming all future inhabitants.
Well, and, it turned into Kentucky, so he's mostly right.
So, nailed it. Oh, Kai does have parentheses here. This becomes important later. Now, that's putting a hat on the hat. I think we're good here. Boy, oh boy. Let's see. You do not want to mess with Native American curses. If the movie Poltergeist has taught us anything,
yeah,
you gotta let.
They're the most serious of curses. Yeah, there's not one above that.
No, it's the highest one. Dragging Canoe also predicted that selling the land would result in the extinction of the Cherokee, which
seems prescient.
Pretty good. Sure. Yep. The land was sold anyway. Against his wishes, it would go to the privately owned Transylvania Land Company. Yikes.
Okay, we'll sell just as long as the company we sell to isn't patently evil. Oh, well, I mean, their owner is quirky, but I think you'll grow to like him. He mostly comes out in the evenings.
He's got great taste for blood and
he's actually coming over in a ship right now. I hear it's quite eventful. He's
coming over in a ship loaded down with 30 tons of dirt. I'm not quite sure why. It's interesting, huh? Although land sales to private companies violated British law, and Virginia and North Carolina law, the treaty nevertheless became the basis for the colonial settlement of that area. Boy, that's great. In exchange, do you want to know what the Cherokee received in exchange for the land?
That Count Dracula would leave them alone. I don't know. I don't really know.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Depends
He's not
how
going to
fast they
invest in
get out.
that. That's his meal ticket. What do you think he's buying there? It's cattle. No, in exchange for the land, the Cherokee received trade goods valued, according to some scholars, at approximately 10,000 British pounds.
Oof. Okay.
And there's more asterisks here. Let's see. Oh, this is helpful. Okay, so here, Kai has a little addendum here. In 1770, you could buy the following with 10,000 British pounds. You could buy 1,459 horses.
That's a lot of horses.
It's a lot of horses.
Mhm.
You could buy 2,141 cows.
Huh. Okay. I guess horses are that much more
Better.
valuable.
We all know they're better.
I mean, but you can't eat a horse.
Let's finally. Excuse me. You can eat a horse, okay? Let me tell you. You can eat a horse. You could buy 21,276 stones of wool.
Okay, that's probably like a ball, like a
bale?
ball of wool.
Maybe
Bale.
a bale of wool.
That's a lot of wool. Okay.
A lot of wool. Make a lot of summer wear out of that wool. You could buy 6,134 quarters of wheat.
Mhm.
That
Sure.
is-
I mean, you're gonna need that for all the cows, obviously. So
Yeah.
This becomes less of a good deal the further we go.
Yeah, you
really.
gotta split in half. The cows need the wheat, and also if you translate it into wages of skilled tradesmen, that's 100,000 days of wages. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm starting to think this is a pretty good deal, and they definitely should have taken it.
And they get that much further away from Dracula. So
All right, let's see. Where are we here? Boop, 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 boo. Back to the front because there's footnotes and it's hard to scroll. Henderson moved quickly to consolidate his claim because he's like, this is illegal as shit. And he constructs a road to the proposed settlements and initiated the system of government under the authority of the Transylvania Company. All the contracts are written and signed in blood, and that seemed fine. No problems.
no one complains for very long, and
A lot of talking heads in that government, though. Just talking heads on pikes. It turned out Dragon Canoe was right about his people being cheated. Shockingly, each Cherokee man received much less than he could make in a year hunting the same territory from the payout of the treaty. I guess you can hunt a lot of horses out there. You can
they're real dumb.
a lot of horse food
Yeah.
out there.
A handful of oats and just knock them over the head, and poof.
Well, it depends if
For a
they're
week.
taller or smaller than the wheat, because as we know, you see them out there and you're like, you sons of bitches. I got
The hard part is finding them. I will give you that. Yes, they are sneaky devils.
And you're like, you man or a horse? I don't know. Either way, I'm killing you, killing you dead. Cherokee leadership subsequently repudiated the treaty, saying that they thought permission was only being granted for grazing rights, and that the trade goods allegedly given for land purchase were payment for damages Cherokees had suffered at the hands of white marauders.
Oh,
They're just going back on their word.
yeah. This is why you get a good lawyer and things like this.
This-
I don't know.
Gosh, I hate to take sides against the indigenous people here, but I mean,
real estate attorney doesn't cost that much, and it protects both parties.
really, truly, it's a solid investment. White settlers and the Transylvania Company enforced the disputed treaty with force, surprising no one.
Mhm.
So Dragon Canoe left the tribe and began to wage war on his own against the white settlers.
Oh, okay.
This guy's great. There should be a Disney movie about him.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Who do you think would voice Dragon Canoe?
Oh, I think Mel Gibson would want to be that guy. That's. I don't think they'd let him though.
No, I don't think they let him do stuff anymore.
Yeah. Boy. Probably The Rock. Probably The Rock at this point.
They would probably pick The Rock. Yeah. Here's an idea. Throw one out. Al Pacino. Get off my land. Hooah!
With music by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Got his singing voice. Okay, the long and bloody 18-year Cherokee War began in July of 1776 with battles between the invading settlers and the Cherokee forces led by Dragon Canoe. 18 years, that's a long war. The war chief had said, in sadness and anger, that the colonists had, quote, surrounded us, leaving only a little spot of ground to stand upon, and it seems to be their intention to destroy us as a nation.
I mean, yeah.
Seems right.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was like back then, but I'll tell you, with the benefit of hindsight, I think he's onto something. Dragon Canoe was right. It was a land that was now dark and bloody. Now, I will say Dragon Canoe also made it dark and bloody.
Well, yeah, but at the same time.
Oh, I'm not saying he was in the wrong. No. He's, but it's like, if I tell you, Patrick, you were going to die in that basement, and I come over and I slit your throat in your basement.
Right.
I mean, I was right.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Below Chattanooga was a section of the river called the Narrows, or the Tennessee River Gorge. Now, this is a very dangerous part of the river where there are whirlpools and rocky shoals, which were especially treacherous. The whirlpools were so well known, they had their own names, which were the frying pan,
Okay.
the skillet,
Yeah, it's a stretch. Yeah.
the boiling pan,
Oh, okay.
and this is Kai's favorite, the big suck.
Same.
Oh, man.
What happened to your mom again? She died in the frying pan? No.
She got the big suck.
She got the big suck.
She
Rest
went
in
down.
peace.
She went down as they do.
Rest
Big
in
suck.
peace, Mom. You died as you lived.
Going down for the big suck. The waters here were considered sacred by the Cherokee.
Obviously. I mean, I wouldn't let anybody in those waters. Like, no. It's not your turn.
No.
This is.
Oh, man. So they're sacred, and it was believed that the souls of their ancestors were in the water. It's pretty gross, really.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's your family, dude. That's not okay.
Swim too close to the whirlpools, and an ancestor would grab you by the ankle and pull you into their world. Boy, everyone wants a piece. This Valley of the Whirlpool Rapids had not been tamed by the turn of the 20th century. You can't tame the big suck.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is there exactly.
Oh, you certainly want to stop the big suck. No, they'll let it do a thing. 113 years after the death of Dragon Canoe. Well, that's a leap, huh? 113 years after Dragon Canoe's death, construction begins on the Hales Bar Lock and Dam.
They will try to tame the suck. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
You can't contain the suck. A big suck, get out of here. Small suck, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. The big suck? No, come on. So they started building this dam in the fall of 1905. Its purpose was to improve navigation on this particularly hazardous expanse of river and to provide electricity to Chattanooga. Big suck does charge you up. However, the same thing was happening again over a century later. Companies inspired by greed didn't care about the land nor its history. Even the people building the dam were disposable. Oh, in 1905, I guess this is. So they're just taking the land for themselves again. Different people, same story. Taking the land for themselves.
Yep.
The project employed thousands of men, requiring the construction of a village to feed and house the workers and their families. All these guys wanted to go. I don't know why. Yeah. Sorry, what's the project called?
Am I too late? I kept the ad. Do I need the ad when I get here? No?
So we take our pants off and just jump in? How does this work?
Quick, my wife's getting very warm in the car. I don't want to keep her waiting.
I haven't told her why we're here,
I haven't said-
but I think she's going to be interested. Since thousands of men worked 3 shifts around the clock in wet and muddy conditions without strong safety regulations, it's not surprising there were injuries and fatalities.
Mhm.
A boiler explosion took the life of 1 man. A falling derrick, I suppose like an oil derrick,
Mhm.
crushed out the lives of 2 others. Could be just a man derrick who was big, got sucked too hard. Fell right over, killed 2
Oh no,
men.
I'm passing out. Watch out, everyone beneath.
Big suck is not for the faint of heart.
Mhm. No,
And-
unfortunately, it's like an ATM. You got to give a lot of room when you're waiting in line. You don't want to stand right up close to it because what if Derek falls? Then you're dead.
Then you're dead. And one poor soul had his foot entangled in a rope and was pulled underwater and drowned before he could be saved. In 1906,
No regrets. No regrets.
worth every second.
Put it right on the tombstone.
I died so hard. I loved it.
I didn't float back to the surface for a month. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man. In 1906, a worker was shot and killed by an unknown gunman,
Ooh.
and another fell from a rock crusher and was severely injured.
Mhm.
Guild, who was the name of the project engineer, died from an ear infection in 1907. Oh, no.
It just constant violence, including ear infections.
Yeah, it's wild out there. Gotta be careful. Be careful. He died of a big owie in 1907 before the dam was completed. In 1911, the body of one of the Hales, I guess one of the Hales himself, maybe, was found run over on the railroad tracks that led to the dam. Ugh.
Ugh.
I would guess there are halves, maybe 2 halves of a body.
Yeah.
That's a tough way to go. Let's see. Yet another murder occurred in 1912. Apparently, at least 3 men fell into concrete that was being poured, and their bodies were never recovered because you want to mess up that work. Huh. 3 men fell into concrete being poured. That feels like that's a mob hit.
Yeah, I mean, unless like one guy fell in, and the next guy was like, "I can get this guy," and then the third guy was like, "Well,
So we're all going? Okay.
yeah, I
Let's
guess
I'm in. Let's go.
you 2 are my life. How can I live without you 2?"
More issues plagued the construction. There were accidents, illnesses, there was racial tension, and unexplained deaths. And besides work fatalities, there were also murders at the camps.
Mhm.
So, along with shootings, there was one incident where a gentleman was struck across the neck with a heavy bench, killing him instantly.
With a bench?
Now that's Dracula,
That
for sure.
Do you know how heavy a bench is?
How do you, that's a precision hit, man. How do you even hit a neck with a bench?
That's definitely one of those. I bet you can't pick up that bench. Oh, you don't think I can pick up the bench? You don't think so, really?
But you can't swing, you definitely can't swing that bench.
I bet if I lay down on the floor, you can't kill me with the bench.
$20? All right, I'm in. So, a guy got hit across the neck with a bench, killing him instantly. 2 black men were killed by 2 white men, but they were not accused of murder.
Okay.
So that's the note that I have for that. While the project was to be completed by 1907, and then it was pushed back again to 1909, anything that could go wrong did. The company had financial troubles. They had poor foundation conditions of the dam. Oh, it was built on soft bedrock and shale.
They kept using bodies as filler in the concrete. It doesn't pull up as well as rebar. It's odd.
And of course, there were floods.
Mhm.
The worst flood happened in April 1911 with an avalanche of water washing out bridges and damaging train trestles so the trains could not run. Now, the benefit of this is no one is being run over by trains while trains are not running. So that's good. Let's see. Soon after completion, wooden flashboards, or quote unquote curtains, were tacked into the crest to increase the operating pool.
Yeah.
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm just going to read this then. Soon after completion, wooden flashboards or curtains were tacked into the crest to increase the operating pool from 636 to 639 feet deep, which would increase the operating capacity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
they make a taller dam.
Yeah, they turn it into like a pool. It's like you build up the sides of the pool, and the pool can get deeper, right? And you want that. That's what you want. You don't want a shallow pool in a dam. You want a deep dam. Yeah, you want a big suck.
Sure.
All the way down.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on.
Okay. However, they didn't take into account that the water would ruin additional land behind the dam.
Right. Sure.
You build a bigger dam.
Water goes up.
Spreads out.
And now you come back to the camp and you're like, wait, where's the camp? Oh, shit.
We did build it very close to the water. Flashboards raised water levels in the upstream portion of the river that originally wasn't supposed to be underwater, resulting in the flooding of local communities. Feels like they could have one engineer on this project would have.
I wish I could use these powers for good. I really do.
One town that the creation of the dam flooded contained the old town graveyard. Oh no. That's not what you want. And none of the bodies were disentombed.
Okay.
I guess that's good, right? It's written here as if that's a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing. Disentomb, what I would assume means like
floating away.
Floating away, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Sure. But now they are underwater. So
well, now that place is definitely going to be fucking haunted. Yeah. You can't move the bodies. That's true. Let's see. Oh, there's more. You could see 3 headstones peering out of the water 70 yards from the bank where Dry Creek empties into the lake. Oh, that's okay, unsettling.
Yeah. That's definitely one of those. You come back at the end of the day like, oh no, we really fucked this one. This is.
These are the graves of Henry Moses and Sarah. No, Henry, Moses, and Sarah Long. Okay. Henry, Moses, and Sarah. Henry died in 1875. Sarah died in 1860. Moses' birth is noted as November 21st, 1880. November 25th, 1880. That's what that word says. But the date of death is illegible.
Because of the underwaterness.
Because you can't open your eyes underwater.
Right, yeah.
No one has yet taken goggles to it, so they're not sure.
Water, very gross. We don't really want to
go very gross. It was also never confirmed if all the citizens of those towns were successfully evacuated before the water levels rose to consume them. I guess no one checked. Said, listen, it's Schrödinger's town right now. Yeah. If we don't ask, then no one has died. Even if everyone has died.
Who can explain really why the water level rose precipitously all morning on the day we were working on the dam? Maybe nature did it. Maybe God.
Maybe it's the ghost of Dragon Canoe. Come back to take revenge. I bet it was those danged Indians. With the best modern technology of the time utilized, the dam still leaked. In fact, a group known as the Rag Gang was hired to walk around and plug leaks for $1 a day.
Oh.
They would use any products available to them, grout or a rag if the leak was small.
Sure.
Mattresses and wagon loads of corsets if there was a particularly large or difficult leak.
I'm sorry. Wagon?
We have questions?
Corsets.
You really stuff corsets in there.
Right, yeah. I'm more interested in where we're getting the wagon loads of corsets. Please don't be from the graveyard. Please.
From the graveyard. For sure.
They keep floating to the top. A lot of these ladies, they were very, very vivacious.
Men keep ordering them in because they don't know what the big suck is, and they are so confused. Every time a new guy comes to town,
do I give this to the big suck? Corsets. I don't know. I'd just rather have one than not.
Just in case. And there are just so many around. Let's plug the dam with them. Many people said the reason for the leaks was due to the many workers who fell to their deaths during construction of the dam and were entombed in the concrete. Because they fell in and they were left there, which compromised the structural integrity of the dam's walls. Do you think that's true?
I mean, if they were in corsets, yeah, absolutely. It'll go right through that shit.
What about like a classic dude though? Like a dude in dude clothes.
Normal naked dude
Normal,
in the concrete.
Hold on a second. I didn't say naked. I don't know. I think maybe normal clothed dude.
I would say that probably would hurt the integrity of the concrete, because now you have like a void, right? A void filled with dude, and dude is not as strong as concrete.
Now, is dude gonna disintegrate inside that concrete? Is he preserved?
So. Yeah. He's gonna break down. He's gonna be
so that's gonna be a big hole.
Yeah, it'll be like dude jelly after a few years.
Okay, so it's like a big dude shaped, lots of dude shaped holes here.
Yep.
Not what you want in a dam.
Definitely not.
This dam was finally finished in 1913, but things didn't end with the completion of the dam and lock. There were 11 reported deaths after its completion. Some of them included children, so way to laugh. Wow, you monster.
I mean, they're adults now.
I don't think they are. I don't think they ever will be. There was a dimly lit tunnel that ran underneath the dam that the kids had to pass through each day to get to school. Oh no.
This doesn't seem like my fault anymore. I don't know.
Oh man. It is said that at least 2 children perished during one of the leaks in the tunnel. The narrow tunnel served as a common passage across the river for not only the children, but workers as well. Some say that official documents show no actual accounts of children's deaths in the tunnels, but records aren't always kept with the best of intentions nor accuracy. So they didn't put a bridge on top of this dam?
I don't know a lot about dam construction, but I'm pretty sure you don't put a tunnel under the dam.
I think I know why the dam is so bad.
The dam has one job. It's to not have any holes. That's like all it does.
Now you've got dude holes and tunnel holes. This is a bad dam. In 1919, the leaks had become so bad that engineers had to repair the dam with anything available, from asphalt or hay bales to blankets and old mattresses. Now, is hay particularly, water proof?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than corsets, obviously, but definitely not better than dude. So it's somewhere in between dude and corset.
Okay, great. By 1931, the dam was leaking at a rate of 1,000 cubic feet per second. That sounds like a lot, right?
A whole bunch.
I've never seen 1,000 cubic feet all at once together, but that sounds like a lot every second. Yeah. Boy, that's not a dam. That's a sieve. In 1939, Hales Bar came under the authority of the Tennessee Valley Authority. It took 4 years, but by 1943, they had succeeded in finally stopping the leaking.
Wow.
But this was only temporary. By the late 1950s, the leaking had resumed at a rate of about 2,000 cubic feet per second. They did a bad job. Since this dam never functioned properly, a new dam was built 6 miles downstream and completed in 1967. Should have done that from the fucking jump.
Yeah.
They call this dam the Nickajack.
Or the working dam.
The one that does. The one that does what dams do. Hales Bar Dam was finally demolished.
Yeah, it's like blow on it or something.
It's pushed really hard. Yeah. This flooded the area behind it, which included a cemetery filled with hundreds of graves of mostly children who had died during the 1918 Spanish flu epidemic.
Okay.
Boy, they're just...
This area can't catch a break. Can't catch a break.
Cannot catch a break.
Yeah.
It is said these children now haunt the area as well. Now only scant ruins and the powerhouse remain. Due to the hundreds of deaths in and around Hales Bar Dam during its construction and operation, and the battles here between Chief Dragon Canoe and the settlers, Hales Bar Dam is considered by the paranormal community as the #1 most haunted structure in Tennessee and #4 in the United States.
Wow, I mean, that's saying something.
That's a lot. There's
Tennessee.
a lot of haunted places in the United
Clearly.
States.
My goodness.
Also, the most haunted dam in the world.
Oh wow. Okay.
And there are several. Today, the area of Hales Bar Dam is host to Hales Bar Marina and Resort. A long, dark building with an even longer, darker past.
Oh. Okay. Do they
Which I
bait
don't
too,
know if we're
or
gonna...
is it?
Let's see. Let's keep going. The Hales Bar Dam powerhouse is all that remains of the demolished Hales Bar Dam. Some sections are used for dry dock and storage, but the majority of it is left empty. Visitors and employees have seen apparitions and shadows. They have heard and seen footsteps that actually kick up dust, even though I guess there's not dust to kick up. And they have heard children's voices chanting and crying. Others have reported seeing a strange figure on the catwalk, believed to be the restless spirit of War Chief Dragging Canoe himself.
I'm very confused about the catwalk.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
Classic resort catwalk. Visitors to the tunnels. Why are there still tunnels? I wouldn't go down there. Visitors to the tunnels claim to hear and record ghostly voices. People see shadow figures in the buildings. Loud footsteps have been heard and cold spots have been encountered. While waiting for a tour to begin, there was a loud howl recorded by a group touring the dam. They were facing toward the control room and heard a long howl followed by a high-pitched scream. Gosh, I bet that sounded terrifying.
I bet it was so scary and real.
Let's see. The disembodied voices of children can be heard throughout the dam, and people report having their hair and shirts tugged by invisible hands. That's like a big kids. Suck coming for you.
Yeah.
What? A presence called Chris, who allegedly murdered a most unassuming ghost name, Chris, who allegedly murdered a young girl named Linda, has been seen throughout the dam in apparitions from the school children who haunt the tunnels. Mists around the whirlpools reportedly follow people around. And some unlucky visitors have even felt ghostly hands reach out and touch them from the whirlpool. And they are sometimes said to have children reach out of the whirlpool and grab people as well. Oof. Could these hands be the Cherokee ancestors? Kai says, maybe.
Who knows?
Hard to say.
I don't think I would get that close to the big suck nowadays. I mean, I'm pretty old.
Oh, listen, you've been married for a while now. I think you get pretty close to the big suck.
Just to see, you know.
Come on, you know.
I mean, I paid for the tour.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kai also has some photos here. Was he some photos of the dam being built?
Love to.
You fucking nerd. I'd have passed on this in a heartbeat, but fine. Here you go.
Okay. Looks like stuff getting built. Very grainy.
Yeah.
There's the Derek. There's Derek, obviously.
There's Derek. Yeah.
I could see
so this falls over. I guess that's gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
Derek's a big boy. Don't know what this is. Just some stuff.
It's a lot like evidence photos.
More
stuff.
A lot
like evidence of like this is why we all died.
This looks like a disaster area here.
Yeah. So, I'm seeing a lot of bamboo. Should I be seeing this much bamboo?
I don't think so. This is Tennessee. I don't think you see any bamboo, frankly. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wouldn't want to be anywhere near here.
No, this looks like a very, very, very bad construction.
Yeah.
Very bad construction. Kaya has a little coda here. Extra notes that aren't really ghostly. The original bid to complete the dam was for $1.5 million in a 2-year contract. But they had so many issues, went through so many different companies who attempted to complete the project. The job would eventually cost over $10 million and took 8 years to complete.
Boy.
And that is the story of the big suck.
Sure, it was worth it.
And yeah, I bet. Why did they do this dam again? Do we?
To
What's
give
the
people
point of
something
this?
to do. Yeah, I mean, it's,
I need a job for 8 years, so I am going to start pushing people into the cement and see what happens. Man, oh man. Well, that is the tragic story of the Hales Bar Dam and Lock.
whew, quite a thing.
You know, I've read some other haunted dams. We're gonna do a suite of dam stories soon, and we'll see which one's the most haunted. We'll see. What are you looking at? Oh, you're googling something.
Nothing.
Pornhub.com, the big suck.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
see
Definitely
that
not.
reflected in
Definitely
your
not.
eyes. All right, sicko.
Hang on.
I like where this is going.
Well,
Hales Bar Dam obliterated the suck 110 years ago.
Yeah.
Tennessee history for kids.
I'm not even going to read the whole article. I just wanted you to know that apparently the
You wanted
suck
to know that
is,
you stumbled upon the evidence of the reasons why Tennessee's educational standing is like 47th in the country.
hey,
you
at
can't.
least Missouri is worse. So
That's, I guess, true. I guess congratulations. Man, you can't write a kid's article about the big suck.
no, kids have all kinds of questions. I got no answers.
I have answers that parents are not going to want to hear. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's it for us tonight and for the big suck. Is This a Ghost is a Smith Show media production. The notes were not taken by me, Clayton Smith. They were taken by Kai Valonis, who's also our social media manager. Thank you so much, Kai, for your help here. Great story. The jokes, all the funny ones, they were from Patrick Dean. Our audio editor is Jeremy Montoya. Our video editor is Jen Swanson. And I wouldn't go near this. I wouldn't go near any dam, to be totally honest. I don't trust him.
No matter how much it sucks.
No, Patrick. No matter how much it sucks, stay away. God did not mean for water to be dammed up, and certainly did not mean for anything to get sucked ever. And as a devout religious human, I feel very comfortable saying that. So don't go sucking or getting sucked anywhere, because if you do, then God will strike you dead, and you will be probably the next ghost on the next episode of Is This a Ghost?